Hi, everybody. This is Dan Sheridan, and I am excited to announce um, the start of letting you know about our new 3K class that will be starting. It'll be the April 3K class, and that will be starting a week from this coming Tuesday. It'll be April 5th. So that'll be the April 3K class. Plan to make 3K on 25,000. And I want to just talk about that a second. There's some of the new exciting uh, changes coming up for the class. But let's go back a little bit. We started this journey of these 3K classes, which are based on turnover, getting trades off each week on the same capital. So the yield potential on these 14 to 30 day trades is much higher when you can turn them off. And most turnover, which means we get these trades on and off roughly in about a week. So when you get to the next week, you can use your capital again. You don't have the same trades the next week. So now you have two sets of trades in the same capital. Your yields will be lower. So turnover every week is important. Now, we started this journey back in June. And we've been doing great. You can see in June, this is a 1-year price chart of SPX. This is a 200-day moving average, and this is a 50-day moving average. You can say, well, we are doing in June especially for range-bound trades. We also do some spec trades, but mostly range-bound trades. And you can see from June, relatively June, July, August, September, really into October, pretty range bound, slowly moving up very slowly. And so you can say the June, July, August, September, those first 5 months, we either hit the 3K target at 25,000, which is 3% a week, 12% a month. We hit it every of those 5 months or came very close to it. Got a little bumpier in November and December, but still a little bumpier, but still range bound. And we came close to or hit the target those months also. January, we kind of combined, it was the Jan-Feb class. You can see that included a 10% correction, not exactly range bound. So we intentionally stayed very small trading, more to the sidelines because our indicators, it's just too bumpy to go in the water. But the great part is we didn't lose anything. We about broke even. And then we got in the March 3K class, even though we were still down and it was still bumpy. And this is really, you can see I drew here, this was from April 1st through March 24th was the March 3K 4-week class. And you could see still some turbulence, but most of it, a good part of it, you had a bit of a range there. So we did about 14, 15 trades, mostly in SPX and SPY. Out of the 14, 15, I think we lost one trade, one broke even, and so 13 winners. But the only difference in here, because we're still coming off of the correction and still the waters were more turbulent, we were trading maybe a third of our size. So instead of 3K on 25, we made about 1,000, which would have been instead of 12% for the month, like 4%. But that was intentional because, the waters, there were still sharks in the waters. So, it looks like as we're stabilizing here in the market, I expect April to be getting more back to normal and we'll be at our normal size. But, it's been a great success with the 3K classes. We're up really good on it because we haven't, we stayed out of the waters when we should. And this was, again, this was very unusual. If you look at this period from January to really, most of March, let's call it about 11 weeks there. That's been the biggest period since, in years that we've kind of stayed down for 11 weeks. Even the COVID correction, where we went 30% down in the market, after 5 weeks, it started coming back. So, we survived and made money during this period. not as much as we usually do, but on top of all these good months, we're well up for this. The nice thing about this for the retail trader, you're getting great teaching, and you're also getting hand holding on the live trade. So you're really learning the craft. It's been wonderful. And most people have stayed in it for 4 or 5 months because it's a great deal. You're learning the craft, you're doing live trades, you're getting both parts of what they want. For the April 3K class that's coming up, some of the things we've been changing are we have a beginner trade. So people are newer to this. We have a beginner trade, usually in SPY, that we do each class. Really, you get almost 2 hours of education on Tuesdays and Thursdays for 4 weeks. The first hour, which goes from 12 to 1 Central, will be a boot camp, a lot more beginner material, and we usually culminate in that period with a SPY beginner trade for the class. And then the 3K class, which will be for everybody, but a lot more medium advanced in there also. That will have more advanced trades. We'll trade more SPX and other vehicles. And that's been great. And that's where we'll do more adjustments and scale. And we're also looking to do some scaling. The goal for the April class is, instead of 3K on 25, 6K on 50K, as long as the market isn't, is continuing to calm down. But we'll look to do a little bit bigger size. But whatever level you're at, we still have beginner trades, and every class I do beginner trade, a little more advanced. So it should be great for you. Earnings are coming up. April's a big earnings period. So we'll have the pleasure and to talk about some earnings trades during that period. We'll be looking at directional butterflies as a spec trade, just the whole concept of scaling. Again, over the last month or so, we've expanded the boot camp from a half hour to an hour for the beginners at the beginning. So we're looking forward to jumping in with you Tuesday, April 5th. It's been a great class, and we look to continue it and prosper together. So have a great weekend, everybody, and we'll see you later. Thanks.